everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a tutorial on florals. So here I'm starting off with a rose, starting with the center rose, and then I'm doing a comma shape or a C shape petal, starting off with a thin and a thick stroke together. So I'm going around the rose from petal by petal, making sure that there is enough negative gap between each petal. So I rinse off my brush and trying to smoothen the edges of each petal. So the way I'm looking at my rose is my center is going to be really dark, and from dark it's going to be light, and then the lightest with the outer petal. So I have taken a more pigmented color of yellow and orange mixture, and I'm deepening the center to make our rose look more expressive. So here I'm starting off with a blue rose. We start off with doing a center petal and again going around it by doing a comma stroke or a C stroke. So I'm starting off again with a thin and a thick stroke, making sure that I have a lot of negative gaps in between. I mean, my rose has a lot of negative gap in between. And then I smudge off, smoothen off the excess paint from each petal and darken each petal with the paint. The thing with the khadi sheets are you require a lot of water and a lot of paint in your brush, and it works like magic. So I just love these khadi sheets a lot. So I'm darkening every petal and trying to smudge or smooth out the individual petals, and again darkening the center rose with a more pigmented blue color. The choice is yours. You can either take a blue color or a red color or a pink. It's just a rose, so it can be any color like your rose. So the idea is the center of the rose should be really dark, and as you go outwards toward the rose, it goes lighter and lighter. So each petal is having its own definition, and we need to know where to stop making the round. And again I'm deepening and darkening the center of the rose to make it look more interesting and expressive. And I'm smoothing out the excess paint so that I do not see any harsh lines anywhere. This is a 3-petal flower, and I've just mixed pink and a little bit of hint of blue in it. Notice how I'm leaving some negative space in each petal, and all the 3 petals kind of come to the center, and I'm darkening the center with a high pigmented purplish color to make it look interesting and expressive. And I'm using the same technique for my purple flowers. So here I'm doing a 5-petal flower, again leaving a lot of negative space for each petal. Leaving negative space is something very important in watercolors. So the 3 petals are kind of in the center and they are the full petal, and the next 2 petals will be like half petal. One petal is tucked in my blue rose flower and the other one is tucked in my yellow rose flower. Oh wow, I love my pink petals. So while the paper is still wet, I have just um, used the purple color and darkened the center. So I have taken a yellow color and I've started off by doing the center first and decided to do the petals later. And I'm doing a full-fledged 5-petal flower. I'm done with my flowers and I'm going to start doing the leaves. Painting leaves can be challenging at some times because we have to know how to balance to place our leaves, and it's more interesting and more fun because you can play around a lot of green colors. You can do dark green, light green, yellowish green, sap greens, any greens that you want. So there is no hard and fast that our green should be of this specific color or that specific color. So here I have added sap green with a hint of blue to give more depth to my green color. So these flowers are basically tucked inside the blue roses, the blue rose. It's time to add more fillers. I'm adding few berries here and there. As you can see, my berries are dark somewhere and light somewhere, which gives us an illusion of some berries close to us and some little far. And I'm really smoothing out few berries here and there so that it looks really pretty and interesting. My favorite part is to add stems to these berries. It kind of merges the colors and it brings them into life. We're going to stick out some leaves here and there. Add few branches and stems. So I've decided to add more berries to the other side with the same principle of light and dark berries here and there. I'm adding the green stems. and leaves so that it looks more interesting. Sometimes it's hard to stop your watercolor painting because you just feel like painting on and on and on. So we have to look our painting in a different perspective and see if there is any space anywhere so that we can add any fillers or leaves or flowers. So I'm going to just add one more leaf here. I've taken little burnt umber and I'm just sticking out some stems here and there to give every petal more depth and definition. Okay, we are done. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.